What's up, America? What's up, world? This is The Way We See It. I am your co-host with Will, Luke,
the banker,
and Devon.
We got it right that time. Holy cow, that's 2 in a row, guys. We got to keep up this stride. We appreciate y'all joining in on our weekly podcast show. This is something that Luke and myself have been doing for, when did we start this, Luke?
Say probably about 6 months ago.
I don't know, when time flies when you're having fun. But we've met all kinds of people. We've gone all kinds of places. We've talked about all kinds of things. Luke and I have found and come up with things out of left field from every direction. We've got an awesome crew now. Y'all have known Jonathan, the banker, from, we've done all kinds of stuff, Jonathan. And then the newest member on our show, Devon, which y'all hear and see if you're watching us on YouTube or on social media on the big screen behind me. And Devon's our correspondent at Greensboro and brings a lot to the table as well. So we have a short episode planned for you guys, but a lot packed in. And to start, I know Jonathan, Devon, we took a vote last week, and the three of us voted against Luke on a pretty controversial movie subject. Banker, have you seen what that stock has done this week? AMC?
Yeah, I thought it went up.
That's an understatement.
How much would you say?
It went up like 168% the day after we started talking crap to Luke about it.
Well, here's the thing. So it got up to about 35, and right now it's at about 25. All right. It's kind of going back down, but it's like a perfect example of riding the wave.
Yeah, it went up for a week, right? Because we talked about it on the show for the week. Now it's up to us to determine its fate yet another time again, right? Isn't that how that works?
I couldn't really hear you, but here's the thing. All right. Just like I stated in our chat earlier, there is nothing fundamental moving behind that stock. It's just a dang meme. That's pretty much what it is. People put money into it, hoping to get a higher return because everybody else puts money into it. And I just personally,
I know Luke controlled it last week.
Isn't that what the stock market is? You put money into it, hoping everybody's going to get money out of it. That's exactly what I've always thought.
Yes, please.
I was attacking the business, yeah, but.
Like, okay, here, I've got GameStop pulled up, all right? Last week, 179, peaked at 263, okay? These meme stocks.
That's still a big percentage swing, isn't it?
What?
That's still a big percentage swing between the high and the low you just mentioned.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's up 25% 1 week. That doesn't sound like a lot, but, AMC, moved up $10, 100%. GameStop moved up $45, and that's 25%. So it's like creating two shares of AMC.
GameStop's not like the movie theaters, though. They have less stores, fewer employees, less reason to be there because all the games are online. You can buy them just like that, and you don't got to spend $30 versus just
I don't know.
on a ticket.
GameStop is almost like one of the movie businesses, though, where you think people are just going to switch to online and not go into retail. But then again, it does crazy things. But on the point of the stock market, y'all, I think what kind of Luke was hinting at, it's almost like today we, used to it was putting your money in for the long term, and you were betting on the success of long-term corporations and companies. But now, today with cryptos and, the Reddit boards, the people that are, shorting out the stocks like AMC, or GameStop, like those guys were talking about, it's almost so random. It's almost, the stock market is becoming less and less and less good strategy, and it's becoming more and more like Vegas in a way, as far as your odds go. With the way people online and people are dumping and changing all this stuff that we're out of control, that's what makes it wild.
This whole
Isn't that right, Jonathan? And the mortgage business.
What?
Isn't that right? Your stocks in the mortgage business.
In the mortgage business?
Yeah. Isn't that what happened last week when you were telling us that you invested it all in the mortgage company?
So what happened is, it's like I mentioned, it was a company with good financials, and then it just wasn't getting people's attention. And
Where are they at
like I
now?
was hoping it would.
If you would have held till right now, would you have made your money back?
Definitely not. Actually,
No, he'd be in bankruptcy court with them.
well, they're definitely not bankruptcy level, but
Hang on. What were you saying, Devon?
If he would have invested in lumber, he would have made a bunch of money.
Really? Is that going on?
Lumber's at like an all-time high.
Everything essential.
Devin, somebody told me a couple weeks ago that the price of like a normal like cookie cutter $180,000 home has gone up by over $40,000.
And that's
Just
only because of
the price
wood.
of lumber.
Yeah, only because of the price of wood. It's because all the developments and the subdivisions being built right now.
That's insane.
You can't go to Lowe's and buy even enough to like replace the wood on like a metal frame trailer with wood in the middle for under $500.
That's true. So, Devin, talk. So, I think we briefly said you and I worked together, which is how we kind of got together on this show. So we haven't really talked about what we do in the industry we work in outside of this. We work for now with all of their acquisitions, the largest civil engineering firm in the state of North Carolina, at least when it comes to asphalt and concrete. We go, pick up and move every single day to new jobs. Just moving past houses and new developments. And there's not even enough, I don't even think there's enough civil engineering crews in the grading, pipe, paving, concrete industry to even keep up with the curve. It's wild. And you've seen it from two metropolises in North Carolina. I've seen it primarily out of Raleigh, but you're also out of Greensboro, and I've seen both and everything in between.
No, everything's blowing up. I think it has a lot to do with the population building in this area because people wanting to get out of like metropolitan cities and stuff like that. Wanting to move out, which is basically ruining it for the whole reason they want to move out because now it's becoming crowded. And
as a Johnson County resident, it used to be rural out there, and now it's in new neighborhoods every night blowing up, and the traffic's only getting worse in the most rural places.
You guys think people moving out there is bad? I think you should try Colorado.
We look.
Yeah, we all know there's different reasons.
So where I live, to go to my corporate office, okay, it's supposed to be like a 35-minute drive with no traffic. If you get on the road at 7 and try to take it all the way down to the corporate office where I work, you're talking an hour and a half. It triples the time. It's horrible out here with the traffic, and it's even worse if you're going up to Fort Collins, which is an hour north, or supposed to be an hour north, and Colorado Springs, which is an hour south of Denver, and it's only getting worse. Colorado is one of the fastest growing states right now in the U.S. And I don't think it's going to stop. So.
Jonathan, we got to get you back on video, man. It'd be so much easier if you had one of those whiteboard like a weatherman. What is it called? The smart board. You could draw behind you. Like
this is Evan's new screen right here. I like this. I feel like I'm the middleman.
This our background.
Yeah, all right. So, Jonathan Baker, you're talking about traffic and infrastructure and seeing what it's like several years or progression stages ahead of us. Devon is out on the ground actually seeing it go down every day. Luke is, how did you get into this? I'm trying to trace it backwards to wrap my head around it. But no, so I think what we've at least agreed on here is, the housing in wood, you got off some wood, that's right, and you got off some stocks. But no, it's wild. Every single industry I think we've seen can't even hire enough people. There's not enough people to do the work. I've never seen an economy like this. You said you had to go to college in America to make it. Now you just have to show up every day.
Dude, Sheets is paying $15 from the start right now.
Hey, it makes you think, what the hell was I doing when I started?
Hey, that's the minimum wage in Denver.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's $15 an hour.
What are your taxes like?
It's because nobody wants to work, man. Everybody's getting those unemployment checks, and nobody, they're making more money sitting at home than if they have to go out there and bust their butt. And what it's doing is just screwing us more and more every day as an economy and as a country.
That's true. Good point. I mean, Jonathan, I mean, the homeless people we saw when you took us around when we did episode 3 there, I mean, they're just blocks. It's insane how many people live outside in poverty.
Yeah, well, the cost of living here is not cheap. You know, you look for a studio apartment, you're talking $1,200. You look for a 1-bedroom apartment with like a living room and everything, it's even worse. You know, you're talking $1,600. My friends, they're looking for apartments they know, and you know, for a 3-bedroom, you're talking $2,000 starting right off the bat.
It's about how Raleigh and Cary are.
And then buying a house, dude, don't even get me started, because properties out here start at $400,000, even if it looks like somebody's fucking garage or just dang garage. You know,
The market's terrible right now.
it's only getting worse.
Yeah, it is. You know, used to, I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Like, I remember watching, like, those home makeover, you know, TV shows on, like, Discovery and HGTV. And, like, there were these, like, really, really nice, like, mega house, like, new, like, crazy, like, 2-3-story properties with pools, like, out in Vegas or, like, outside of Vegas in nice neighborhoods that are, like, $300,000. And it blows my mind how cheap that is. Like, compared to, like a house in Denver or a house in Raleigh now. I mean, you get far less in a worse city.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we also got to remember like how popular these areas are becoming. You know, like Denver. Like, not only does everybody like getting stoned there, but like it's close to the mountains, and everybody's looking for the aesthetic photos. You know, they want to do a bunch of hiking, all these different activities. Colorado's really a good spot. You know, and then over in Raleigh, it's, you know, when I was there was a bunch of fashion. You know, it's got a really cool old downtown style feel to it.
hold on, Luke. How would you know the ins and outs about this place, Banker? We had an agreement for when you came here, and you hightailed it to the beach with your mug company friend, and then came right back to come in time for the airport.
Yeah.
Wait, so real quick, when are you coming back to Raleigh? Because Luke, Devon and I have to plan a series of adventures.
Better include me.
Yeah, with Devon.
Yeah, I have no idea really. There's a lot going on in my life right now. Between school and work, dude, I'm a little packed. In fact, actually, before this, I was studying. So it just kind of depends on my schedule. The best time for me to come down is when there's a federal holiday, because working for a financial institution, I get all those holidays off. And if they fall on an odd week, I also have that Tuesday off. So I get a 4-day weekend every time that happens.
You're starting to sound like an old man.
I know. I'm saying, I was just telling Luke, he would make a great politician. Like, that's the best deflecting answer I've ever heard.
That's a deflecting answer. I'm just saying. If I were to come down again, the best time would be during a federal holiday, because then I can spend more time there. I can't just like come like in 2 weeks that I want to go take a vacation. Like, I'm not coming in. Bye.
That's fair. You're doing important stuff.
Well, you could. You would just have to deal with something else when you get back.
Yeah. Then I can go join the homeless statistic out in Denver. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly what you do, but if you had like internet access, could you handle it? I'll bring a laptop. Shoot. We'll make it happen, man.
I'll be out there. Like I said, it's just best if it was a holiday that I had off, because then I could spend more time out there.
Yeah, like Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Could have planned that, Baker. We should have been talking about that last week.
Well, Memorial Day weekend has been filled with the voice of my statistics professor. So, I mean,
4th of July then. Me, Devon, and Luke are out in the mountains of North Carolina right now. We're riding dirt bikes.
Yeah,
we just pulled over at the lodge.
We're actually talking to you live from our dirt bike. Wait.
Then I'm analyzing Nova temples and doing t-tests, so,
No, we appreciate it. All right, so before we get off here, Baker, what's your stock pick of the week? We all voted against and hated on Luke. Devon had his reasons for not wanting to go to the movies, Devon, hit that real quick.
Well, It's not so much I don't want to go. It's just the fact that the past, I'd say solid 20 times I've went, I might have seen 2 movies out of the 20 that were worth paying, you know, $50 for me and my wife and child to have popcorn, etc. And
You
the
take your child.
help was 20 for all of us. And so you're talking about paying $30 in food and snacks.
Yeah, what you're saying is not. And then, Jonathan, what was your reason for saying that the movie stocks would not be worth it last week?
Long term.
No, yeah, we all gave a reason. I was trying to ask what your reason was. I didn't remember.
So my reason is just that I think people have adjusted not going to the movies. I mean, like I said, back then it might have been popular, but now with newer generations, they've got other things to do.
Yeah, so that was very well put. That was my reason as well. So we all cast those reasons right in Luke's face. It came back to bite us hard this week. So instead of me giving a recommendation like I do every week, I was going to ask Luke or you guys to take a step back and see what we need to be looking at this week. I know we said we're not giving advice, but we certainly have fun influencing stuff. We can put it that way.
Mine would be Whiting Petroleum.
What's that?
Whiting Petroleum. It's an oil company out of Texas. They about went bankrupt last year in mid-November, and their shares were down at 50 cents. I believe down to 30 cents. And now they're back up to 34. And yeah, and that was after they got bankruptcy. So they've been coming up ever since. They had a real big turnaround. That was the first.
Do you know what the stock symbol for it is?
WLL.
WLL. Baker, can you look that up real quick?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Should be about $36. I don't know.
Hey, Jonathan, if you look that up real quick, send Luke and myself on Facebook Messenger or by text a link, and we'll put that up on the show's Facebook page as a watch list item, not an advice or recommendation.
Yeah, I was gonna say full disclosure: we're not offering any financial advice. Any investments you make are on your own risk.
Yeah. What was that, Devon?
I said, if you want to send it to me, just make me feel important. That'd be nice.
Hey, what was it again?
WLL.
WLL. That's the stock ticker.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can find a good link and shoot it to us, yeah, we'll put it up just for people to watch. Hopefully it'll do what AMC did last week after Luke went after him.
In the carnival, I'd say.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We appreciate you guys for being here tonight. Jessica was unable to join us, but I wanted us to give y'all her regards. She is traveling for work this evening, but plans to be back next week. So, but before we're gonna go around again. Luke, you got anything else for us tonight, or
I'm all good, man.
all right? Devon, what's going on? What else did you want to leave the world with?
I was gonna say real quick, something that kind of hits close to home. I know it completely veers off what we've been talking about, but there was a lady that was actually watching 2 pit bulls for her neighbor dog sitting. She had a little, I believe, 7-year-old daughter, and so long story short, they're dog sitting. The dogs are fine. Well, the daughter goes outside with the two dogs to play with them or do what she was doing. They were just going to be there. And unprovoked, not messing with the dogs, doing her own thing. It was 2 pit bulls. They attacked her, and she ultimately ended up losing her life. And this is in Garner, North Carolina.
This Garner, like Wake County?
Yeah, like close to home.
When was this?
It's been all over the news. It says April 22nd, 2021. So not too long ago. I learned about it yesterday evening because I don't watch the news that often because it's nothing but bad things now. But the mom actually had to have several hundred stitches because she just tried to break it up, obviously with no resolve. But
the mom, was it her daughter that she lost?
Yeah, the daughter lost her life. She was outside playing and with the 2 dogs.
I had to witness it. That's sad.
Right, but the sad part of the whole story is the neighbor, which was an older male, petitioned, which is a straight $1,000 to just try and get his dogs back. And putting in perspective, you're trying to get your 2 animals back. Yes, you might love them and spend a lot of years with them, but these 2 dogs has just taken a 7-year-old human little girl's life the only way I would want those dogs back is to handle it myself at that point. And obviously, it was revoked. He didn't get them back. But I just wanted y'all's perspective on, if that was your animals, regardless if you spent 10 years with them, 12, 13, 14 years, if they were lucky, would y'all even question wanting them back?
I would kill them myself.
Exactly. I
Right
was on
there.
the spot when I learned about it. Let them take them. I would have done it myself.
If it takes a life, yeah, you graduate to a whole different category. However, I can understand on the part of the pet owner being hurt by it, because like it's been scary for me. Because like I have a 140-pound male purebred German Shepherd, and there have been times like when he was younger or when he was nervous that he would do this thing where he would like just with his front teeth just like nip at people. But there was a few different times in like stressful situations where he bit me like on the calf, lightly or whatever. And I always worried about it because like if it could have been worse, like I could lose my dog forever. Which is why we then spent a bunch more time with him in training and got worked a lot to get a lot of things fixed. But no, I mean dogs also have primal instincts, and so it's a shame. I'm not defending it at all, but if you're as a loving owner, it's a shame if there was nothing you could do, or if it was out of your control, and you had to then accept the consequence of it.
Right. Yeah, no, my dog's the same way, but I mean, we have beware of dog signs, but you have mailmen and
Sure, but
UPS.
yeah, exactly. So if your dog has issues, it's on you as the owner to create and control the environment, to contain it, and to help make it better. And so, I mean, I don't know how his dogs got out, but yeah, it's a combination of really terrible things and situations.
Yeah. Sorry to leave on a sour note. I want to throw that out there because I was like, hopefully, I'm not the only person that feels like I would have handled it myself at that point, regardless if I loved the animal or not.
That's a shame. You didn't hear anything else about the situation, like where it was, or I mean,
I, it was,
afterwards.
and the little girl was playing outside. The little dogs were outside with the little girl, and completely unprovoked, they just attacked. But and they weren't known as aggressive animals. Obviously, being the mother was watching them. The neighbor. I wouldn't babysit taking on two dogs, knowing I have a little child. I have a 4-year-old and a little baby. If I had any idea those dogs were aggressive, I would have said, "I'm sorry, no. Find somebody else. Can't take that risk." But it was a crappy situation, and it just really sucks that stuff like that happens every day.
Yeah, well, thank you for bringing that up. I mean, it's a terrible situation for sure, but a reminder why it's important to manage your pets and bring them well and welcome them and control everything in the right way. So, Banker, you got anything else for us?
Nope.
All right.
Actually, we could save this for another episode, but the $6 trillion plan that Biden's putting through right now.
Yes, we need to talk about that. I have a lot of questions, a lot of thoughts, and I'm sure other people do as well.
Yeah, and doubling the top capital gains tax from like 20-something percent to 40-something percent.
What? Is this final? Or, I mean, right, well, I'll tell you what, we'll hold this for another episode. I think all of us could get off on a tangent right now. Jonathan, thank you for being with us tonight. You'll shoot us those links.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
I said, hey, thanking you for being with us tonight. You have those links that you'll send us so we can post them?
Yeah, I already sent you one of them.
Awesome, thank you. Devon, thank you for being here. We'll see you next week. Luke, it's been a pleasure. You got anything else?
No.
All right,
See you guys.
This has been The Way We See It. Y'all please like, subscribe, and share. Let us know if you need anything. See you next week.
Love you.
Hey.
See you.